Namaste, everyone. We're going to practice the moon salutation. And moon salutation is a much more calming sequence than the sun salutation, for example. Sun salutation is very activating, energizing, and moon salutation is much more calming. It's a lovely sequence to do at the end of the day as well. And the different stages of the moon obviously have a huge effect on the waters on Earth, and since we're made of a large percentage of water, about 75%, it also affects the water in our body and can also have quite a strong effect on the emotions. And for this sequence, you might want to have a block or a blanket. If you have your knees, or if your knees are delicate, you might want to place a folded up blanket underneath your knees. And for the moment that we go down to the floor, if this is hard for you to really reach your hand on the floor, you might want to use a block or a book. Okay, so that you have a little bit more of a lift there away from the floor. Okay, so just notice what might be needed for you for your back. Okay, so this position, this sequence is started in Vajrasana, which is the kneeling position like this. If it's hard for you to bend your knees like this, you could also start up in a higher kneeling position like this. All right, so just feel what would work for you. All right, so we place our hands together in prayer position in front of the heart. And throughout the sequence, we're going to be quite aware of this area of the second chakra. So the sacrum, the pelvis, the hips, the groin, sacroiliac, and the glutes. All right, so hands in front of the heart. And on an inhalation, we come up into kneeling posture. Exhaling. Inhaling, step forward with the right foot. Exhaling, adjusting the left lower leg. Inhaling, turning the hands facing forward. Exhaling, extending the arms. Inhaling, opening the arms sideways. Exhaling, turning the palms facing upwards. And inhaling, bringing the hands together in prayer position above the head. Exhaling, lowering the arms in front of the heart. And inhaling, opening the arms sideways again, keeping the elbows soft. Exhaling, lowering the right hand on the outside of your right foot. Anchoring that hand well, and then turning to look at your left hand. So there's a slight twist there in the spine. And just take a couple of breaths there, breathing in, breathing out, and breathing in, and breathing out. Just noticing the pelvis there. One more deep breath in, and exhaling, looking back at your foot, and inhaling, core engaged, release your right hand. And exhaling, take your left hand to the inside of your right foot. Anchor it, and then turn to look up at your right hand. And just keep this right arm soft, making the shape of the moon almost there with your arm, keeping the elbows soft. And again, breathing in. Try to keep the knee aligned, breathing out. And again, breathing in. Exhale. One more deep breath in. And exhale, look back at your hand on the floor. And inhale, strengthen the core. Release the left hand. Exhale, turn the palms facing upwards. Inhale, let the hands come together above the head. Exhale, lower the arms straight down in front of the heart. And inhale, bring the hands in towards the heart. And exhale, lower the right knee next to the left knee. And bring your hands down to the floor. And straighten your right leg. Straighten your left leg into plank pose. And just drop the knees, drop the pelvis, bending the elbows, lowering the torso. and forehead on the floor. And then you'll bring your hands next to your head so that your elbows are tucked into your body. And from there, you're going to come up into Sphinx pose. So as if you're being pulled up from the crown of the head, inhaling, lifting up slowly, making sure that your elbows here are in a right angle, exactly underneath your shoulders. Okay, so arms in a right angle. And just maybe wiggle for a moment in your hips, your pelvis, noticing how it feels there in the lower back, how it feels in the belly. Lifting the chest, taking a moment to breathe and noticing the shape that you're making with your body. One more deep breath. And inhaling and exhaling, sliding the elbows out, lowering the head back down to the floor, placing the hands underneath your shoulders. And push yourself up onto your hands, onto your knees, taking the buttocks to the heels, stretching the arms out in front in extended child pose. And taking another breath. And then bring your hands close to your knees, push the hands into the floor. And from the base of your spine, slowly coming up into kneeling posture. And we'll repeat the same now, starting this time with the left leg stepping forward. So, hands together in prayer position. And on an inhalation, we come up into high kneeling pose. Exhaling. Inhale, step forward with your left foot. Exhaling, adjust the right lower leg. Inhaling, turn the hands facing forward. Exhaling, extending the arms. Inhaling, opening the arms sideways. Exhaling, let the palms coming upwards. Inhale, bring the hands together. Exhale, lowering the arms again in front of the heart. Now once again, inhale, opening, and exhale, let the left hand come to the outside of your left foot. And remember here, you can also use a block, all right, if that feels better. So frame and your left foot and really anchor your left hand, and then turn to look up at your right arm, which is soft. In the elbow, take another deep breath, be aware of the groin, be aware of the buttock, the sacrum, the pelvis. One more deep breath in. Exhaling, looking back down on the floor. Inhale, release your left hand. Exhale, take the right hand to the inside of your right foot, anchor it on the floor, and turn to look at your left arm. Inhaling, exhaling. And inhaling and exhaling. And inhale. Exhale, look back at your foot on the floor. And inhale, release the right hand. Exhale, turn the palms facing upwards. Inhale, bring the hands together in prayer position. Exhale, lower the arms in front of the body. And inhale, bring your hands back to the heart. And exhale, lower your left knee back down on the floor. And then extend your arms down towards the floor and straighten your right leg, straighten your left leg, and come down with both knees. Relax the feet, lower the hips, lower the torso. And again, bring the hands close to your head and the elbows tucked in. And from there, you'll push your forearms into the floor and slowly come up from the crown of the head, lifting up onto the elbows, making sure again that the elbows are underneath your shoulders. And once again, maybe just wiggle for a moment in the hips, in the pelvis, noticing how it feels there. Maybe this time, the second time, it feels a little different. And take another deep breath there. Exhale. And one more deep breath. And exhale. And inhale. Exhale. Lower the elbows. Take the elbows sideways and lower the solar plexus, the chest. And bring your hands together on top of each other and open the legs a little wider apart with the toes facing outwards and the heels facing in. And just resting your forehead on your hands. And really taking a moment here to be aware of the breathing. So feel the inhalation and the expansion in the abdomen and the lower back. And as you exhale, feel your belly going inwards towards the spine and your lower back relaxing. And just taking a couple of breaths there and also being aware of the still point between the inhalation and the exhalation, and the exhalation and the inhalation. And then bring your feet back together again. Place your hands underneath your shoulders and push yourself up onto your hands and onto your knees, and take your buttocks again to your heels in extended child pose, resting the forehead on the mat. And just a couple of conscious breaths there. And then slide your hands back down towards your knees and push your hands into the floor, and from the base of your spine, slowly uncurling the spine and coming up into kneeling posture, bringing the hands together again in front of the heart. And once again, just take a nice deep breath. Exhaling. And just checking in again, noticing how you're feeling right now. Maybe it's been really calming for your body and your mind. Namaste.